so I need 100%. All right, fantastic. Everyone give me 100%. Now, second request, I need everyone to stay until the very end. Boleh tak? Okay, very end is what time? 4:30 p.m. If okay, give me okay. Boleh ah? Can or not? Because I have many things to share with you. I cram everything. Oh, I want to tell bosses until the very end. So boleh ah? I know 4:30 go back, still not so jam yet one. Okay? Okay, fantastic. Now, with these two requests, everyone say 100% and boleh, then let me go straight to the three requests. The three secrets. The first secret is, what is e-invoice? It is a game changer, I tell you. Who is affected? How to implement. The first must know secret. You must know all this or else how to comply. Second secret is, do you all know that e-invoice impact your tax? I'm going to talk about that because a lot of people don't really link it together, but that's why my role very important today. And the third secret is how TaxPort can help you stay on top of your concerns. So secret number one, why I say e-invoice is a game changer? Because I find that up until now, there are still a lot of people who think that e-invoice is very straightforward, just a PDF copy. Now, I'm sure those of you attending today, you know that e-invoice is more than that. Am I right? It's not just sending a PDF copy. It's not just sending email. In fact, PDF is not acceptable. It is more than that. So for those of you who agree that e-invoice is more than that, give me more, okay? I know, because some people still think, so straightforward one, email only, how can it be so complicated? Oh, I like Chen, you say more with a lot of E at the end. Yes, you are right. Now, why I say it's more than that, I must first go through the 6 steps process first. Why is that important? Before the implementation of invoice is up to accountant or up to finance team or whoever is issuing the invoice, when you want to issue, how you want to issue, what's in your field, is up to you. Am I right? Nobody comes in between. But with the implementation of e-invoice, what happens? You must go through one person, one important party to issue all your invoice. Who is that important party? Who is it? It is Income Tax Department. Yes, government. So meaning with the implementation of e-invoice, all your invoices, whether it's consolidated or one by one, you will need to go through My Invoice Portal. And you are all right, Joyce, Cindy, Chen. My Invoice Portal belongs to Income Tax Department lah. So this is step 1. In the future, when you are in the e-invoice implementation phase, whether it's 1 or 2 or 3, you will need to go through My Invoice Portal, step 1. Now, what do? Okay, you need to issue through there. Then step 2, you need to make sure my Income Tax Department validate all your e-invoice. Can everyone give me the word validate? Apa tu validate? Validate is like chop and sign. Okay, it's just that it's done electronically. Can you see that? Yes, that's what is important. Meaning in the future, income tax will in a way sahkan semua all your invoices. This is step 2. Now, how long they take to validate? Income Tax Department said 2 seconds. Wow, can you imagine? There will be so many companies will be validating through My Invoice Portal. 2 seconds. Okay, whether it can be done or not, well, we'll have to see lah. Okay, now, then what is step 3? Step 3 is they will notify you once the e-invoice is validated. Okay, notify you. Then only you share this e-invoice with your customers. That is step 4. Okay, now what if in the e-invoice suddenly you realize you make a mistake? You want to reject, you want to cancel. Can it be done? Yes, it can be done in step 5 within 72 hours from validation. Can everyone give me 72 hours? Please listen carefully. This 72 hours is not 72 working hours. It includes all the after office hours. It includes all the Saturdays and Sundays. So please take note. If you want to reject or cancel, you must do it within 72 hours, 3 days. Yes, that's right. From the date that you validate your e-invoice. But of course, if you miss out the 72 hours, because everyone will think, 72 hours, oh, what if it's after that only I found out got mistake? What happens? Then you have to go through CN or DN if it is after 72 hours. All right, you cannot just cancel like that. Now, if you do not cancel or reject your e-invoice, what happens? Straight away, it will be stored in my invoice portal, and that is step 6. Now, actually, I think e-invoice shouldn't be called e-invoice. You know why? It's misleading. Don't you think so? If you ask me, it should be called tax invoice. Do you agree? For those of you who agree, can in the chat box give me tax. You know why I think it should be called tax invoice? Because it's all to do about your tax. It's a game changer. Yes, tax invoice. Why I say it's a game changer? Before e-invoice, you just issue straight to customer. Income tax won't know, right? Until they come and audit. Am I right? Yes. But after e-invoice, I tell you, every single e-invoice that you issue, who will know first? Maybe not boss, you know. Who will know first? Income tax department will have all your records. Yes, Joyce, you are right. Yes, Debbie, correct. So that's why I say it should be called tax invoice. That's why I say it is a total game changer. If a lot of companies have been doing, you know, I'm sure you've heard, right? A lot of SME companies, they do a lot of pattern, very creative accounting to save tax. Can that still be done? What do you think? I don't think so, right? Now, second misconception that is out there in the market is there's still a lot of time one. What do you think? In fact, a lot of people say, sure, postpone one. Or U-turn. But until now, belum ada lah. Am I right? Oh, can you speak both of language, Malay and English? Yes, I try to campur. No, I do my best. Okay, I do my best. So everyone was waiting for budget 2025 for U-turn, but did it happen? Tak ada. Okay, so there is not much time left. So first, now I want you all to tell me, which stage are you all in? Are you all in phase 1, which is companies more than 100 million? Phase 1 implementation date is 1st August 2024. Anyone still in phase 1 stage here? Can in the chat box give me phase 1? Or are you all in phase 2? Phase 2 implementation date is 1st January 2025. Okay, I see a lot of people phase 3. Okay, phase 2 is annual turnover 25 million to 100 million, and we're looking at year 2022. Or anyone here in phase 3? Phase 3 is 1st July 2025. This one is for all taxpayers. I see most people here today, phase 2 or phase 3. Now, question mark to everyone. Whether you are phase 2, how much time left? Not much lah, but Malaysians don't like to last minute, am I right? But I want to advise, phase 3 got much time left or not? July, you know, July coming already. Next year, so many holidays, Chinese New Year lah, ada kan? What else? Hari Raya also, right? So there's not much, you minus all the holidays, there's not much time left, am I right? Okay, how about company just incorporated in 2024? I'm going to come to that. 2025, Akil, good question. 25 million based on 2022 turnover. We are looking at audit financial statements for financial year 2022. If your 2022 is not 25 million, then is less than, then you can be in phase 3. Okay, did I answer your question? Now, Chen, good question. For those of you who just incorporated in 2024, then you have to look at your revenue threshold. Okay, if company less than 150,000, okay, whenever you were incorporated, if your revenue, your sales is less than 150,000 a year, congratulations, you'll be fully exempted. How much is the amount? Please in the chat box give me less than 150,000 per year. Okay, I want to make sure everyone get this right. Okay, if you are less than 150,000 a year, then congratulations. You do not need to, banyaknya barang must do with e-invoice. But then if you are more than 150,000, congratulations also, because you will definitely need to comply with e-invoice. So back to Chen's question, if you in 2024 just incorporate, you must know when you exceed 150,000 a year, because if you exceed 150,000, then in the following year, okay, not that year itself, the following year, then only you need to register for e-invoice. Okay, clear? Now, of course, this 150,000 is very confusing also. You know why I say that? Because Malaysia's income tax is actually one of the most complicated in the world. Do you agree? Okay, I'm sure you agree, right? For those of you who agree, give me yes, okay? You are traditional Chinese medicine, whatever industry you are in, as long as you are more than 150,000, you need to comply. Less than, you don't need. More than, you need. That's all, okay? Doesn't matter what industry you are in, okay? Very complicated. Why I say that? Because income tax department said, okay, less than 150,000, no need to comply. More than, you need to comply. But there are few exemptions, okay? Not exemptions, meaning this exemption don't apply to if you are part of a bigger group. Let's say your holding company or any of your related companies, their revenue exceed 150,000. In that case, then you need to comply. Okay, Dennis and YM Ong, I'm going to get to your answer soon. Bear with me. So now, let's say in 31st August 2024, you exceed 150,000. In January 2025, you do not need to register for e-invoice yet. But in 1st January 2026, in the second year, not the first year, the second year, in the second year, then you need to comply with e-invoice. Okay? Yes. Can we voluntarily comply if our turnover less than 150,000? Yes, you definitely can. You can do that for sure. Now, let's look at who is exempted from implementing e-invoice other than those below 150,000. Why don't we do that? Because someone asking, oh, orphanage home how? Okay, let's see. First one, foreign diplomatic office exempted. Okay, next one, individual not conducting business exempted. Individual, listen carefully. Third, statutory body. Okay, that means government body lah. Okay, then if you are under this category, then you can exempt. If you are not under this category, means what? Means semua kena. Can you see that? Yes, semua kena. Of course, like I said just now, you can do voluntary implementation. Let's say you are not in phase 2, but your customer all say, hey, better register now for e-invoice. I am big customer. I want you to register so that you can give me a proper e-invoice. Will you do that? I think so lah. Sure will people want to do that because you want the business. Am I right? Okay, then of course, like I said, there's a lot of confusion in the market. You know why? Because income tax department, so good, government listen to all of us. Yes, got listen one, okay? Why? They listen and then they said there will be kelonggaran. Kelonggaran meaning what? That means there will be some grace period. Oh, everyone listen grace period. They think straight away, oh, grace period means defer. No, not true. Now, please listen carefully. In this grace period, let's look at the grace period first. So there will be grace period for phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Okay, phase 1 grace period, it will be 6 months from the August. Phase 2 grace period will be 6 months from January, 1st January. Phase 3 grace period will be from 1st July. But like I said, please listen carefully. Now, even though there is grace period, in these 6 months, you must still submit 2 things. One thing is called consolidated e-invoice. Second one is consolidated self-bill e-invoice. Are we clear? All right, make sure I'm clear. Can everyone in the chat box give me consolidated? So phase 2 participants, please listen carefully. Doesn't mean in these 6 months you do nothing. You still need to submit your consolidated, got 2 consolidated statements or more. Consolidated means what? Semua kumpulkan lah. Alright, normally you are supposed to issue 1 by 1 for B2B. But for B2B, or in these 6 months, you can do consolidated kumpulkan, but 2 statements. First one is all your consolidated e-invoice. Second one is your consolidated self-bill e-invoice. Are we clear? If you don't submit this consolidated, what will happen? Government, will you kena penalty? I want to ask. Will there be chance of penalty? Okay? If construction macam mana everyday open e-invoice, I know, I also agree totally, yeah, but that is the requirement, yeah? So definitely, please, these 6 months is, this is like buy time, you know, you need to make sure you submit consolidated, and at the same time, you must, in these 6 months, learn all the e-invoice rules. You know why? Because there's a lot. I tell you, there is a lot of e-invoice rules. So for bosses, I know today banyak bos datang kan. So for bosses, you must make sure you invest in your team and let your team to start learning about e-invoice rules, because I tell you, there are plenty, banyaknya rules of e-invoice you cannot learn in 2.5 hours. I tell you, it's not I don't want to teach you, but there are so many that will impact all your processes. So it takes time to learn. You agree? Definitely, yeah. Now, next one, who is affected by e-invoice? Who is affected? Now, as long as you're doing business in Malaysia, whether you are individual or your company, you kena e-invoice as long as you are more than 150,000. That's right. Now, those of you in business to business, yes, must comply with e-invoice requirement. Those of you in business to consumer, yes, must comply with e-invoice. Now, next one, those of you in business to government also must comply with e-invoice. And it is all sorts of companies pun kena. For example, Sindram Berhad kena or not? Yes. Sole proprietor kena or not? Yes. Partnership kena or not? Yes. Individual doing business, freelancer, I want to ask because I know your question will be there. Freelancer, I'm freelancer, you know, but I'm doing more than 150,000. Do I need to register for e-invoice? Kena tak? Kena, yes. So Chinese got one word, is called hamplang. I teach you all one Chinese word is semua kena, or you can give me hamplang. I want to make sure you all know. Semua or hamplang, semua kena. Even up until this point, association kena, all right? Association, society, kena. Yes, all the house, all the the apartments, also kena. Yes, semua kena. PIBG if it's more than 150,000. All right, so I just want to make sure everyone get this. Up until now, later will it be changed? Maybe. If enough people go and complain, will it be changed? Maybe. But up until now, semua kena. Now, rental income depends. Rental income, if it's in the company, sure kena one, right? Okay, more than 150,000. But if it's in rental income is by individual, I'm a rich landlord. My rental income already more than 150,000. Got people like that or not? Yes, for sure. Ada lah. Okay, if I'm a very rich landlord, I rent out more than 150,000 a year, then they don't consider this as doing business. It's considered investment. All right, so investment income tak kena. Non-profit association, more than 150,000, kena. Yes, religious organization, more than 150,000, kena at this point in time. Will it change later? Maybe lah. Financial advisory, own self-service, yes, kena, Lily. Freelance doing below 150,000. Who issue self-bill? Not supposed to issue self-bill. If they are less than 150,000, they're not doing business, you don't need to actually comply. They don't need to comply, so you do not need to do self-bill also. Okay? Yeah, I know that's why I say it's confusing. It's not 2.5 hours you can learn all this already. You need to what? You need to really take time, learn. And then it's like not just boss don't need to learn, but your finance team, your accountant need to learn all the details. Am I right? Definitely. Okay, now transactions. In terms of company transactions, is there any exemptions? Now, first thing, employment income. Now, let's say you are salaried worker, all right? You get salary lah from boss. Please don't go and give your boss an e-invoice. Why? Because employment income tak payah kasih invoice. No need. Now, what else no need? Alimony. Let's say husband and wife divorced already. Okay, let's say they pay alimony for children. Husband kasih lah, suami kasih. So in that case, also do not need e-invoice. Okay. Now, distribution of dividend do not need e-invoice. Pension, no need e-invoice. Zakat, tak payah e-invoice. Dan lain-lain, not in the list. Semua kena. Are we clear? It's like that lah, not in the exemption list. Exemption list tak banyak kan? Maybe 5 items, 6 items. If not in the exemption list, then kena. Are we clear? Now, today, I want to teach bosses as well as boss representative 2 very important words. This is fundamental of e-invoice. What's the first word? The first word is proof of income. Yes, can everyone give me proof of income? What's that? All your income, your company, all your income, you will need e-invoice as your proof of income. So company got many types of income, am I right? Trading income, manufacturing income, let's say, and then you have other income. All these, you will need to issue e-invoice. Are we clear? Yes? Yes, proof of income. What happens if you do not give this, you do not give e-invoice? What happens? What happens? If you do not issue an e-invoice, you will kena penalty. Yes, intercompany, all sure kena. Okay? Intercompany, depends whether reimbursement or disbursement, but intercompany charges, definitely you will also need an e-invoice. That's why I say many rules, many small terms and conditions. You know why Malaysia tax is one of the most complicated in the world? Because got so many small rules. Prepayment, it depends, okay? Depends whether your prepayment is a deposit, you mean, whether it is refundable, non-refundable, things like that, many rules, okay? Homestay kena or not? Kena also, okay? Now, do we need to provide invoice to foreign company? Yes. Overseas company, you still need to submit invoice. You do not need to give it to them, but you still need to go through income tax, my invoice portal. You still need to go through 6 steps. Okay, contract worker depends on whether they are more than 150,000 or not. If they are more than 150,000, they are supposed to give you e-invoice. Now, that's the first one, proof of income. Now, let me move on to the second one called proof of expense. Can everyone in the chat box give me proof of expense? Now, proof of income, you got income, you tak ada invoice, what happens? Penalty, very straightforward, penalty. Now, on the other side, a lot of people didn't think about this. All your expense, you also need to get a valid e-invoice. Kalau tak ada, what happens? If you did not get proof of expense, you cannot deduct the expense for income tax purpose. Tak ada kena penalty, but what happens? You incur, imagine, let's say you spend 100,000 to buy something, 100,000, but you didn't get e-invoice. What happens? Income tax department say you cannot get a tax deduction. If that happens, please tell me, what is the consequences? Kalau you already spent the money but you cannot get a deduction, what does it mean? It means you will need to pay more tax. Yes, Gua, yes, you are right. Oh, add back, need to pay more tax. I want to ask, anyone here want to pay more tax? Yes, profit tinggi tax, near tinggi, right? Who will want to pay more tax? Nobody, right? Because if you pay more tax, nobody will thank you. No, you pay more tax to any government department in any part of the world, nobody will give you a thank you letter and say thank you very much, right? So that's why I say bosses. That's why I say you need to get your team to be trained in invoice, because proof of expense, I tell you, is involved the whole company. It's not just the accounts department. Am I right? Yes, that's right. Okay, so then of course there are things you can do called self-bill, like Lou said. Self-bill, what is self-bill? In certain situations, I will show what are the situations. Very good questions you're asking, bear with me. I will get there. There will be a few situations that is under self-bill, okay? I will talk about that. For example, let's say your supplier is not Malaysian, dari luar negeri. They will not give you a Malaysian invoice, am I right? No ma, they don't need to give you. They will give you their country's invoice. Tak boleh pakai sini, okay? So you will need to do a thing called self-bill e-invoice. All right? Now continue. So towards fundamental, this is foundation, we must learn. Proof of income, this is all your invoices need. E-invoice. Then second, proof of expense. Ayo, this one is the kepala pening one. You know why? I want to ask you all, how many expenses do you all have in your company? Banyak kan? Not just 10, not just 20, maybe hundreds of expenses. All you need proof of expense. At least question is about staff reimbursement, staff claims, right? I will get to that, okay? At least I'll get to that. So now, with this e-invoice, what does this mean to everyone? With e-invoice, I want everyone to think it will be a change in all your processes. Am I right? Those of you who agree in the chat box, give me 3. Yes, it will be a change in all your processes. Last time, very straightforward. Now you must think one more thing, one more step. Other e-invoice tak? Must do sell-bill tak? Ayo, I tell you, a lot of people ask me just now. Someone asked me, you need to invest in software? Yeah, you need. But software itself is not good enough. You need to have the e-invoice knowledge. Yes, you need this knowledge. It is a tax knowledge. So that's why you need to know when to issue invoice, when not to issue invoice, when to make sure you do sell-bill. All that takes time to learn. That's the first one. Second, that's why I say e-invoice is a game changer. It doesn't only change your process. You can imagine or not, income tax department will have all your real-time data. Can everyone give me real time? What does this mean? Now, income tax, they only have your data once a year. When you submit, maybe it's 3 months, 6 months from your financial year end. But no longer the case with e-invoice. They will have all your real-time data. So I also want to share with everyone, the biggest impact of e-invoice is in these two areas. Process, number one, you are naked, correct? Debbie, yeah. Number two, it will impact your corporate tax. So everyone here, bosses representative, isn't it important to start thinking what needs to be done? What do you think? Okay, so how to implement e-invoice? Not so straightforward. You know why I say that? Because now income tax wants all these fields in your company. Okay, what is all these fields? Now, in the past, you issue invoice, maybe you got 10 fields, 20 fields, the most lah. But now, income tax, they ada 55 fields, out of which 30 is compulsory. Okay, when I say 30 compulsory means everyone will only remember the 30 compulsory. But I need everyone to give me 55. Income tax department say, I want your 55 fields, out of which 30 compulsory. Wow, some people tell me, one big mahjong paper also cannot fit in all the information. Am I right? Yeah, pening kan? Now, because these are the things you have to start thinking about now, right? Out of which there are few very important information, such as TIN number. What is that? Can I ask, who knows? What is TIN number? I give you star if you know. Thank you, Joyce. It is tax number. Lu also give you star. Oh, banyaknya mas kasih star. Susu tin, Milo tin, yeah. But yeah, it is your tax identification number. So in your invoice, you must have your own tax identification number. And if your customer, they are doing business, they want a valid invoice, they will also need to give you what? They will need to give you their tax identification number. I tell you next time, before we go out, foreign vendor don't need, we put in another number. Those are the details you need to send your team to come and learn, all right? Yeah, enterprise use owner income tax number. Correct, that's right. So that's why I say in the future, other than bringing IC out, what do we need to bring out? Must bring our tax identification number. Yeah, I know, I agree. So hard to get buyer's TIN number. If they don't give you a proper one, then how? Yeah, that's right. So that's why I say, these are the things that you need to start collecting from now onwards. That's right. No time, isn't it? You cannot wait until last minute. Oh, give me TIN number. Oh, at that time, nobody is prepared. And if not prepared, how? You cannot issue a valid e-invoice. Is that right? That's why we have to start preparing now. I want to show you, this is how the 55 fields look like. Then there's a place where you can scan QR code. When you scan QR code, what happens? You can go straight to the e-invoice. This is what a e-invoice looks like. In fact, actually, you all can try and get already. Did you all try it? Let's say you go KFC makan kan? You can try and get your company TIN in my invoice. You can get a full e-invoice already. Okay, because KFC now they give you the simplified one. You can one, they just give you a normal receipt. Then there's a place you can scan QR code, and in the QR code you can get the details and you can get a valid e-invoice. It can be in your own personal name as well. So you can try it out already. Okay, so these are the steps. Now, e-invoice, it doesn't just impact invoice. Why? It also impacts all your debit note. all your credit note, and all your refund note. Means what? Because doing business sure got tambah charges, deduct charges, return stock, a discount, all that sure ada kan? All of that you use what? Debit note lah, credit note lah, refund note, correct? Now in the future, all your debit note, credit note, refund note, you must also go through what? My invoice portal. Yes, income tax department also want to know, you must load to my invoice portal. They want to know, other than your invoices, all the debit note you issue, all the credit note you issue, and even all the refund note you issue. Are we clear? So far, did you learn a lot? Yes, yes, there is so much to do, isn't it? Now, anyone here doing B2C business? Anyone? Or anyone here doing B2B as well as you got walk-in customer, B2C, got two types, hybrid, sure ada kan? Yes, B2C, who's B2C? For example, restaurant, yes. Clinic, yes. But there will be some cases, your customers still want B2B. That means, let's say clinic, let's say your customer is a company, a corporate, for example. So you will need to issue two types of invoices, am I right? Okay, now, why I say that? First thing, let's talk about pure B2C. Got it? Let's say this restaurant is just purely B2C, right? Meaning just customers come and eat, they do not require from you an e-invoice. If that's the case, pure one, I don't think there's a lot, but I just give an example. Let's say, if that's the case, then you can issue normal invoice. Let's say restaurant, normal invoice, but once a month, you must kumpulkan semua and then do a consolidated e-invoice. One statement lah. Yes, easier lah. So meaning, if you are B2C purely, just issue normal invoice or receipt as you are doing per now lah. But once a month, you must add up everything together and then submit through my invoice portal. And you must do this within 7 days after the month end. Can everyone give me 7 days? Yes, 7 days, correct. And these 7 days don't include, these 7 days include Saturday, Sunday. It's not 7 working days, it is 7 calendar days. Okay, 7 calendar days, yes. Oh, that's why all the accounts here semua must be sighing away. Ayo, I don't want to do accounts anymore. You know why? Ayo, 7 days must submit this. Wow, so many reporting to do. Right. I know. A lot of accountants complain to me. Sheena, how? Wow, I tell you now do accountant very hard, including public holiday also. Month start cannot go anywhere. Ayo, I must submit this 7 days. Okay? Yes. This one must do. Now, I want to share more with y'all. Is it okay? Can I share more with y'all? Because got different scenario, right? Okay, I share more with y'all. Now, what I want to share with you is a lot of times in business, it's not pure B2B, B2C, correct? It's not pure B2C. It is also B2B and B2C. So in this case, what happens? Let's say today, you are operating a restaurant, okay? So if in this restaurant, let's say your customer come and makan, but this customer is just bringing the family. They don't need to claim back from business. So what happens is they won't ask for invoice. Am I right? No lah. Come and consumer only, just makan with family, won't ask for invoice. You need invoice for what? No need, right? So what happens? You can just give them a normal invoice. But after you issue a normal invoice, what must you do? I want to make sure everyone know. Once a month, you must do what? Testing. Did you all listen to me just now or not? I asked you all for 100%, okay? What must you all do? Thank you. Joyce is listening to me. You need to kumpulkan semua and do a consolidated. Please don't miss this out. Because if you didn't do consolidated, kena penalty for sure. Okay? Please don't miss out. Consolidated. Oh, you all listen to me or are very happy. Okay. Now, what happens if you also have customer come and eat already? They say, I want e-invoice. Why? Because my company policy must have e-invoice, then I only can claim back from company. Then how? then you must be able to give them an e-invoice. Am I right? If you cannot give them, maybe people don't want to eat at your restaurant anymore. Yeah, for business purpose, ma. So therefore, your system, you need to be able to generate an e-invoice so that they can claim from the company. Okay? Yeah, the good question is, China, how about per boss purchase something and claim after a few months? I believe a lot of companies will not let you claim after that 1 month. You know why? Because they already submit the consolidated e-invoice. Correct or not? So that's the case law. So these are the things we must know. Okay, so companies will definitely get ready. Even GrabFood, I believe they will also want to get ready for e-invoice. And maybe, now I also don't know how they claim, but they would definitely want to be able to allow people to do that. And a lot of times it's in the receipt, then you can scan QR code. All right, now, this is what a consolidated e-invoice look like. Can you all see? Now, this grace period, this 6 months grace period, what happens? In this 6 months grace period, you just need to issue, the invoice, don't need to put all the numbers in. But after the grace period, you need to be able to specify what is your invoice number. This is one sample I want to show you all. This is, for example, you all want to see, right? Buyer TIN number. Okay, this is what it looks like. Then the general, because this is a general consolidated, you use buyer TIN number EI000010, then the buyer name is general public, then the receipt number, you have to put this here. Okay, then the classification code 004. That's why I say lah, boss, your team needs to learn. They got so many details, you know, what 004, this you must learn, right? Okay, now, of course, there are 7 activities that cannot issue consolidated after the grace period. 7. After grace period, tak boleh sudah. Okay, what are they? Listen carefully. First one, automotive. If you sell car, first-hand, second-hand car, even motorbike, cannot issue consolidated invoice after the grace period. Second one, buy ticket. Online or offline, airplane ticket, aviation, cannot consolidated e-invoice. Third one, luxury goods and jewelry. Let's say you buy Rolex watch, Chin, all that, cannot, or you sell, cannot issue consolidated e-invoice. I want to ask why. What's your thing? What's the reason? Why these 7 activities tak boleh issue e-invoice? Tak boleh buat consolidated. Why? Construction also tak boleh. Wholesaler and retailer of construction materials, a hardware shop. Yes, correct. You are right. Big money, high value, tangkap rich people. Correct. Semuanya betul. Licensing, license betting and gaming, payment to agent, dealer, distributor. All this tak boleh buat consolidated. Toto jackpot kena. Yes, you are right. That is income tax. Their big data is going to be so powerful. Can you see that? But of course, up until today, luxury goods, they never specify how much is it. We are still waiting. Of course, so that's why so many information belum finalized. This is Malaysia lah. Now, from this so far, I want to ask you all, you heard so far all the rules as much as possible. Of course, got more details, but I tell you all the important one first. Now, I want to ask you all, e-invoice, can you see it doesn't just impact finance and IT? You agree or not? Those who agree, give me semua. Boleh tak? Yes, e-invoice just don't impact finance and IT. It's everyone in your company. Why I say that? Boss must know e-invoice or not? Must know lah. Why? Boss must understand, or else if boss don't understand, then how can you give direction to your team? Right? Then who else must know e-invoice? In your team, please tell me, in your company, right? Who's the one who issue invoices? Can tell me or not? Some people is sales team, you know. That's why I put sales team here. A cashier, yes. Who else? Some people is admin, you know. Some people is finance, you know. Amanda say operation team, correct. Question mark to all of you. All these people who are issuing invoices, do they need to be trained in e-invoice? Some tell me boss issue. Yes, they definitely need to be trained because e-invoice is not just software. E-invoice are the two parts. What part? First part is knowledge. You must have knowledge, all the rules. The second part is the IT side lah, the automation. Yes, everyone lah, in short, right? Yes, everyone. Okay. Now, automation, I tell you, if I give you the best software, but you do not know when to issue, how to issue, what to do, also no use, right? So that's why all of us are boss or boss representative, we must know e-invoice are the two parts. Can everyone give me two parts? Not just one part. The first part, knowledge, rules. Banyaknya rules. Second part, apa? Second part, IT lah. The automation can help you. But you must know two parts. You cannot just software, but no knowledge. Cannot just knowledge, no software. I tell you, manual, you go gila. Right? Okay, now, then of course, e-invoice also impact proof of expense, right? What's the proof of expense again? Who is in charge to make sure all your purchases have a valid e-invoice? Can you tell me? Siapa ni? Is it just accounts? Yes, that's right, Shana's purchasing, correct. Purchasing need to know, that's right. Or some people is logistics, warehousing, depends, right? Then another one is HR, human resource. Human resource also must know because got many staff claims, right? I will cover that. Don't worry, I'll cover that. But HR also must know sikit punya e-invoice. Okay, now let's continue. Now, you can straight away use My Invoice Portal. My Invoice Portal belong to income tax. Now, let's say you tak ada, you buat manual. All your accounting records, all manual. You use Excel. You can straight away use My Invoice Portal. Not say cannot, but and some more, My Invoice Portal is FOC one, you know. Happy, they give you FOC. But imagine you have to key in one by one using My Invoice Portal. Is that a lot of work? Will it take a lot of time? Yes. So a lot of people want to do what? It sure take a lot of time, isn't it? Sure, a lot of people will want to use API. Can in the chat box give me API? Yeah, type lah kali 55 details. What is API? API is not fire, okay? Not api. API is application programming interface. Yes, Siti, you cute. Yes, what is that? So I'm sure all of you are already using one kind of software. Am I right? Now, please share with me. Anyone still use manual? Give me manual. Anyone still use Excel? Give me Excel. Anyone use AutoCount, SQL? Tell me what sort of software you are using. Okay, those that give me Excel, banyaknya. Excel and manual, tak boleh sudah. You must use software. If you want to use software, you want us to recommend, alamak, please in the chat, you can PM us. You can PM us, private message lah. You don't in the group chat. Group chat, I cannot help you. Private message, we can recommend. Yes, at least we can recommend. Okay, can we replay today's session via TextPort? Yes, not today's session, but we have more details in TextPort. Okay, manual Excel, or less than 10 transactions per month. Your company will be expanding, right? I would suggest straight away use software. Okay, at least good. You already direct message to me. Yes, please.
Visualization.
PM us.
The representation of data in visual form is called visualization.
If you are using AutoCount, SQL, Q&E, off-the-shelf software, they would already have API for you. AutoCount, SQL, I'm very sure. Q&E also, I'm very sure. The others, please check with your software provider. Boleh tak? But the ERP software, all the customized one, you must check with them because all the more canggih one, they may want to separately customize for you. Correct or not? Yes. Any e-invoice seminar in Gen, not under me, but I can recommend to you lah. All right. Now, so therefore, please make sure whatever software you're using today have a direct API. If not, you may need to use a middleware. What's that? Okay. Also, you want to use a middleware, you must do this fast also because sometimes the ERP software cannot talk direct to My Invoice Portal. So you must use in between, a middleware to do this. Okay? Now, if use my invoice portal, do we need to buy digital signature? If yes, how? Okay, so if you use my invoice portal straight away, you can use theirs lah. Okay, now so therefore, if you need middleware recommendation, you can also text private messages. All right, these are the things you must start to get ready. You cannot wait for last minute. I tell you, last minute, nobody will have the time to serve anyone. Okay, now the next thing I want to share with you all is self-built e-invoice. Can everyone in the chat box give me self-built? Apa tu? Alright, apa tu? Not apa te, apa tu? What is self-built e-invoice? Okay, ayo, you all like apa te, I know. So there are 8 scenarios that require self-built e-invoice. 8. Okay, only these 8. First one, payment to agent, dealer, distributor. What's that? You see, for example, software, insurance company, or let's say direct sales company, they got many agents, right? Some got many dealer, some got many distributor. So you need to, they don't know how much is their commission incentive, right? So therefore, you will need to do on their behalf. That one we call self-built, okay? Then next one is you buy from overseas, like I said just now, importer banyak kan? You import from overseas, they are not going to give you e-invoice, so you need to do self-built. Even Taobao, or you buy from Taobao is import, right? So you must do self-built e-invoice. Okay, you split dividend is self-built e-invoice. Okay, this one, but the dividend is only for unit trust. It's not for when you give shareholders. Okay, so these are all the areas that can do self-built. So just now a lot of people ask me if that that company or that person, the freelancer, is more than 150,000, they do not give you any invoice, they did not comply, can you do self-built? You're not supposed to do self-built, okay? Or let's say that person is not doing business, okay? Then you need to do self-built. That depends. If it is like a landlord, okay? Landlord, they are in investments, they do not need to give you e-invoice. Then in that case, you also do self-built e-invoice. That's why I say Malaysia tax is complicated. Can you see why I say that now? Imagine now, you buy from overseas. You buy from overseas, correct or not? Though they're not going to give you e-invoice. They don't need to. They don't need to comply. But you need to comply. What do? You sendiri bill sendiri. Can you see that? What is self-built means? You sendiri bill sendiri lah. That's what it is. Can you see or not? Oh, from one circle like that, bill yourself. That make sure. Actually, what's the purpose? Make sure income tax have a record of this, isn't it? That's the purpose, right? Yeah, then can bill more. How about payment to freelancer less than 150,000? Yeah, they're not doing business. Yes, then you need to do a self-bill. All right. Now, of course, self-bill, the complicated part is what? Got timing. It's not saying you suka hati, you want to do self-bill, you do. No. Got timing. When must you do? You must do by the end of the following month. For example, let's say August, you get K1 form, custom clearance. Okay, you do not need to do self-bill invoice in that month, but you need to do 1 month later, before the end of the following month. Complicated or not? You must keep track so many things now, you know. That's why I say all the accountants are, wow, so many things to do, isn't it? Next one. Okay, if let's say you import service, this one is not import goods. The other K1 kan? So how? So it will depend on which one earlier. You receive the invoice earlier, for example, Google Ads is considered imported service, you know, or Facebook Ads considered imported service, you know. So you must see which one earlier, date of your invoice or the payment made. And then you must do self-bill from the earliest date, from the end of the following month. Okay? Yes, these are all the things. Then next one, what else? Like I said, let's say your landlord very rich, okay, a lot of money, okay, they got a big piece of warehouse, a big land got warehouse. Your landlord mainly rental income, right? Now they're not doing business, they considered investment income. So let's say they rent to you. What must you do? They rent to you, they're not going to give you invoice, but you need to do what? You need to do a self-bill e-invoice on their behalf. Then you give it to them. All right? Yes, yes. Okay, now next one. Next one. What if your landlord is not just one person? You see, that's why I say very complicated. What if your landlord is 3 person, 3 individual own the warehouse? Very normal, isn't it? So they rent to you, they are not going to give you invoice. What do you need to do? You do not do just one self-built invoice. This is where the complication, the details come in. You do not do just one self-built invoice. You need to do 3 self-built e-invoice. Each one for each individual. Wow, a lot of work, isn't it? Now I want to sidetrack a bit from the other perspective. I want to ask you, why income tax want all this information? What are they doing? Why do they want all this information? Can anyone tell me? Why they want to do 3 self-built? Oh, you know, so much work, you know. Yes, collect tax, correct. You know, a lot of people, rental income, all these rich individuals, you know, their rental income, do they fully declare tax? What do you think? Yes, track tax avoidance. You guys are very smart, very smart. That's right. Yes, they want to track them because you all know, yes, a lot of people like that lah. Maybe not you all lah, but a lot of people, let's say they got 5 property, they report 1 only, then the balance 4, don't report tax 1, correct or not? But with self-built invoice, wow, all the details is there. You think can run away or not? Where got so easy, isn't it? So that is, you are right, that is the main purpose. So from the other perspective, everyone's rental income must start doing what? Start to declare already. It's going to be so easy, so transparent. Like just now you all say what, naked, transparent, you know. Now, let's go through e-invoice for staff claims. Staff claims. Now, this one a lot of people's question. Okay, let's look at this. Staff claims is the petty one, isn't it? Because there's so many claims. For example, petrol, banyaknya. Toll, banyaknya. All your staff probably will claim from company, isn't it? So how? All must get under company name. Well, what do you think? Listen carefully. This is what income tax came up with. Listen carefully. Now, when your staff go and do something on behalf of the company, they sure will incur expenses one, right? So do you need to have it all under company name? What's income tax policy? Listen carefully. When a sale is concluded, employees are required to request for e-invoice to be issued to their employer naming company name for proof of expense to the extent possible. Well, Yvonne, you are very fast. The keyword is what? To the extent possible. What does this mean? Does it mean it's compulsory or not compulsory? What do you think? 1 for compulsory, 2 for not compulsory. I see everyone listen already more lega already, right? Oh, because this is the burning one. So many little transaction, but all adds up, right? So yes, it depends. If you can, best in company's name. But they did say to the extent possible. Now, this is where I want to add one more thing. HR must do some work. You know why? This is the small details that they also say in the policy, provided keyword provided, your HR department have already drafted a policy on this. Yes, how to draft a policy? Either in your handbook or in your any HR policy, it states that all business will be allowed to issue e-invoice in the name of employee or existing supporting documents to support the transaction. You need all this extra to be documented to allow your staff to state properly that you actually allow your staff to have expenses on behalf of the company and things like that. So now I know the next question you ask me. Shane, yeah, Ellen already asking. I don't have company policy, so how? I would suggest you do one, okay? Can? Just for the purpose of e-invoice also can, all right? This is what I suggest you do. Mileage tak payah. So now, what question to all bosses? Simple policy can. Boss, are you still here? Do you agree? E-invoice impact almost everyone in the company? Yes? Definitely. All right. Now, this one also boss concern. what happens if you don't comply? Nah, sekarang the most important thing come out already. This one, if you are boss representative, please take photo, show boss. Send to him now. You know why? Okay. Okay, like that also everything die for LHDN. Yes. Now, so what happens is, if you do not comply, you did not issue e-invoice, you did not issue self-bill e-invoice, you fail to issue consolidated e-invoice, important, what happens? Penalty lah. Yes. How much is the penalty? 200 to 20,000. The keyword is per transaction. Wow, this one can bankrupt a company one, you know. And or imprisonment, go to jail. I want to ask, in this case, let's say really go to jail. Who goes? Who goes to jail? Can anyone tell me? Who goes to jail? I wait first. Boss, director, boss. Yes, you are right. So that's why I say boss must know e-invoice. I learned you're cute, huh? Boss must know, because it will impact you. Of course, jailware got so many places for you, but penalty also end up company pay means who will less profit? Boss lah, right? That's why you must concern about invoice and tax. And then on the other side, okay, laughing, Shanas, huh? On the other side, if let's say you have expense but you didn't have a proper e-invoice, expense, all your cost banyak, okay, expense. If you did not have a valid invoice, what happens? Then you cannot claim as a deduction. Okay, so these are all the costs of not having an e-invoice. Now, so today I try my best to cover as much as possible about the rules, but I only cover the important ones. There are a lot more details, okay? Now, I want to move on to must know number 2. What's that? You all want to know or not? Okay, actually, e-invoice impact your taxes. Now, because today is a closed webinar, I want to share more with you all. Okay, if you all want to know, can in the chat box give me bonus. Because a lot of people don't share with you how it actually impact your tax. So a lot of people cannot see the link. But I've been practicing tax for so many years. You know, YYC practice tax for 50 years. I tell you, the real impact is in your company tax. You want to know? Okay, I see a lot of people give me bonus. I like, today you interact a lot with me. So I share more, okay? I share more, just for you guys. Now, what's the reason that e-invoice is implemented? What's the reason? More tax lah. Yes, that's right. More tax. They want to catch the shadow economy. Apa tu shadow economy? The people who didn't pay tax, run away from tax, the people who smuggle, all that shadow economy, all right? Did you know that in Mexico, when e-invoice was implemented, they reduced the tax gap by 50% collection. In Brazil, when they did e-invoice, they straight away collected 58 billion more taxes. Not million, billion. So this is a $1 billion thing, you know that? In Malaysia, there is 20% of shadow economy. You know, every year the government lose 70 billion because smuggling, criminal activity, and all the under-reporting, including all the informal sector. So that is the real reason why e-invoice is implemented. Now, I'm sure you all do agree, right? Income Tax Department, Malaysia, is one of the most efficient government department in Malaysia. Do you all agree? Efficient in collection. Those of you who agree, give me a yes. I'm not efficient in refund, but very efficient in collection. You know why I say that? Because every year they will hit their target. Yes. The target very high, also hit one. Yes. Hope no more leakages. I know. Everyone complain. I pay so much tax, then got leakage here, leakage there. Yeah, KPI gao. I know that. Yeah, I understand. But you see, every year, KPI sure hit one. 2023, they collected more than KPI. You know, this one is 174 billion was the KPI they collected, 183 billion. 2024, again, over collect 197 billion. 2025, what is the target? Can everyone give me the amount? 188 billion. Can everyone give me that? Wow, the number so beautiful. 188, yeah, fat. Wow, sure. Government will very, you know, Chinese like 8, right? 8 means what? Kaya lah, kaya raya. Why I want everyone to give me this amount? 188 billion. Why? The money come from you and me lah. Can everyone give me 188 billion? I want everyone to remember this amount. Okay, now, you see, most bosses not scared of income tax until receive love letter from income tax. Am I right? Yes lah, you are not afraid until you receive the love letter. Wow, once you receive the letter, I tell you, people tell me they are even more afraid of income tax than their wife or their husbands, okay? Because it's like macam jumpa hantu, you know, have to pay a lot of money. What's the worst case that can happen? Because I want to tell you, invoice is linked to tax. So I must tell you about income tax, right? What's the worst case that happens? If you don't pay your tax or you under-report your tax, what's the worst case? Go to jail. Yes, Shanas. Go to jail is the worst case, right? But so far, got anyone go to jail or not? What do you think? I cannot go overseas. Yes, income tax got many weapons. So far, in the history of Malaysia, only one person go to jail. Kasihan this person, one contractor, they don't pay, just the guild don't want to pay, go to jail, one person. I tell you, they also don't want to put you in jail. Jail where got so many places for you all. Must clothe you, give you food, or shelter, no lah. So what's the worst case? Like you all said, pandai near. Penalty. And it can be, yes, 3 times, 4 times penalty if it's investigation. If it's tax audit, how much is the penalty? Everyone please give me. First offense, 15%. Can everyone in the chat box? First offense, 15% means what? You under-declare 1 million tax. Let's say, kurang bayar 1 million, you have to top up 150,000. Yes, 15%, 1.5. Can everyone give me that? Yes, thank you. Oh, yes. A lot of money, isn't it? If you the guilt, second offense, 30%. Third offense, 45%. If it is investigation, it can be 3 times the amount of tax. I tell you, income tax got many weapons, including you didn't pay your tax, what happens? Kasihan this business owner. You know what happened to him? He appeared on newspaper, the Star newspaper. I want to ask you, malu or not? For sure malu kan? Why I say that? You see, everyone do business want to glamour. I want to go on newspaper because I go listing and things like that. Who wants to go on newspaper because didn't pay tax? What happened? You see, this poor guy, his whole company name is on the newspaper. And just now, like you all said, if didn't pay tax, cannot leave the country. Kena stoppage order. So I know, and year end, right? You all want to travel already, isn't it? Where you all go? Tell me. Bangkok or Taiwan or Japan Singapore Tell me where you all go. Cuti Malaysia the best. Don't need to worry about income tax. But if you want to travel overseas, you must not only check your visa got or not, got a passport expire or not. You must check one more. My tax. Can everyone give me my tax? Because if you kena stoppage order, you will not be allowed to leave immigration. Imagine everyone in immigration all passed already, all already leaving, but only you are stuck there. Very malu, correct or not? So those are the weapons that income tax have. That's why KPI sure hit one. Got one more. They can do tax audit. They can also do tax investigation. Can you tell me, what do you think? Which one more serious? 1 for tax audit, 2 for tax investigation. Which one you think is more serious? This one which one? Yes, you are right. Tax investigation is definitely more serious. Also die. You know what happens? In tax investigation, tax audit, they will inform you. I will come when and when, right? Tax investigation, they will not give you advance notice. It is surprise. I tell you, this surprise the boss will happen. What will happen? Boss will attack this type of surprise. Yes, terus mari. Yes, correct. And do you know at the same time they can go to your house? Can you tell me whose house? This like FBI like that. Go straight, same time Go to, yes, boss house, go to office, go to auditor's, tax agent place. Yes. Why they want to go to your house? Why they want to go to boss house? Yes, sapu everything. They can even open your safe. Why? They want to see, they know the pattern. Got Milo tin, got cash inside. And some people still store in Milo tin. God, not God. Then the safe got gold bar or not, got Rolex watch or not, got all handbag or not. Yes, all the Hermes bag. Yes, that's right. Okay. Tax expert versus tax learner. So why so unfair? Yes, correct. Alan, good idea. Now, I want to ask all of you, why you think income tax is so efficient? What is it that they have? What is it? Like in India, they have one very important thing called big data. Can everyone give me big data? You see, I'm sure doing business, you were talking about big data like AI lah, supercomputer. You know who has all the big data? Our big brother, income tax department. That's why one press of a button, they know everything. And I want to remind you, with e-invoice, their big data will be even better. Okay? So one press of a button, they will know. And the big data is all linked. Okay, I'm sure you've heard before, right? Your friend bought a new car, Porsche. What happens 2-3 months down the road? Investigation. You know why? It's linked. Linked to what? Big data linked to JPJ. All right? Yes, they can draw family tree. Correct, Michelle. It's also linked to land office. And they will have all your numbers. I tell you, they know your numbers better than you. One of the things that they go for, high risk company first. Can everyone give me high risk? Why they go for all the Porsche? They get this one, buy Porsche, got money, buy Porsche, got money, pay tax or not? This company, the gross profit up, down, every year, not proper one. Is it very high risk? Income tax have all this information, and if they suspect you, they will give you love letter, they will come. And I want to show you a real case, okay? Real case, Real case I share with y'all, because we have 50 years of experience. We've seen all sorts of cases. We've helped our clients with all sorts of cases. For example, okay, this company A, do trading one. Not high risk. Why not high risk? The margin quite beautiful, okay? Quite well recorded. But company B, high risk. The margin up, down. You know, a lot of pattern. I want to ask you all, a lot of times, right? A lot of people do creative accounting. I want to ask, normally creative in which area? How come the margin go up and down? Can anyone tell me? This one maybe boss don't know lah. Or boss also maybe know. A lot of people adjust what? Ayo, you all know. Very good, so clever. Yes, stock is very common. So a lot of people don't understand, don't realize. Just adjust stock up, stock down, depending on how much tax they want to pay. You know what happens? The margin run. So company B, high risk, considered high risk. So common area share with y'all lah. Stocks, purchases, and then what? Expenses. All these are add-on purchase, add-on expense. Can still be done or not after e-invoice? Very hard, isn't it? Now, so therefore, company B was audited. So the income tax department open up the books, can see everything one. Bosses, you know, everything is recorded there one. So found out that company B every year buy 15 million of purchase from company A. Now, how can they check whether this 15 million purchase is real or fake? What do you think? Very easy. One of the things they can do is cross-check. Yes. Alan, yes, 5% is acceptable. Cross-check to who? Company A lah. Check A sale. Correct, Afiq, pandai niya. Now, check to A sale, you know what happened? Found out that A company only reported 11 million. Okay. B, 15 million purchase. A, 11 million sales. Question mark. 4 million pergi mana? It should be matching, right? Same year end, same year end. A lot of people like December year end. Question mark. 4 million pergi mana? Director pocket, pandainya, underground, yes. Straight away, income tax, tax company A, tax plus penalty 1.3 million because they cannot explain. They found out it went to director account. Director account, very dangerous. A lot of things are parked there. You think income tax don't know? Now, with e-invoice, listen carefully. With e-invoice, why they want your TIN number? Why? Why income also have e-invoice, expense also must need e-invoice? What do they want to do? They want to do matching. So with the implementation of e-invoice, the matching is real time. Question mark. Can the pattern in the past still need to do? Sure cannot, right? Can you see why I'm so concerned about so many bosses, so many companies? Because I think a lot of people still not aware of this. Am I right? Yes. So, question mark, with the implementation of e-invoice, can you still backdate invoices? One for yes, two for no. I know a lot of people, I don't know why like to backdate one. Cannot lah. Yes, all this practice tak boleh buat lagi. Backdate to last year pun ada, now can ah? Cannot lah. Second one, can you still amend invoices? Now, I'm not talking about the CN. I'm not talking about within the 72 hours, you want to cancel all. I'm not talking about that. But I'm talking about some people also want to amend amount lah, amend this lah, amend that, can still be done lah. Don't simply amend. Your things are all on my invoice portal. Jangan simply buat, you know. Next one, do you need additional manpower? Boss sure say no one. You know why? Because I'm boss, I know one. Sure, boss say no need. But accounts sure say yes one, need. So how? Why need additional manpower? So no need lah. I see. I know one. Do you need to do real-time accounting? Real-time. Because a lot of people accounts, they do what? Once every 3 months, once every 5 months, once a year. Still can like that. Cannot lah, right? You need to make sure you've done your consolidated this and that. Oh, so many things to do. Or your self-build. I don't think you can do all that anymore. So today, because they are bosses, can I give you small tip? Boleh tak? If yes, give me one. Boss, please reply me. Can I give you small tip to boss? Small tip, small advice. Boleh tak? Yes, thank you. Alright, this is something I want to share with you all. You see, most bosses don't really place importance in finance department. Not you, but some bosses. Okay, don't place finance. Now cannot like that already. Don't you think so? You need to place importance in finance department, and boss, you must know. You cannot say I tak tahu my finance board, I don't know. Okay, most bosses, correct. You cannot say that because you don't know what you don't know, and a lot of times it's not the things you know that is scary, you know. It's not the things that you know that will bite you. It's the things that you don't know that will bite you. And I tell you, I've seen cases because boss don't know, end up have to pay so much in compliance. It hurt the company big time, hurt the cash flow. Do you all agree? Like I had this case, this boss don't like account people. Boss like, but that's why I have to give some tips, some advice lah. So you see, this case, this boss, he attended one of my class. Then after that, he tell me, Shin, you're talking about me. I say, why? You know, my business, I'm like that lah. I just care about sales. Bring in a lot of sales. But my company like a pail, got a lot of holes, you know. All the water flow in, sure flow out, right? If your company is like a pail with holes, flow in, sure flow out. Why? Because he didn't place importance in accounts. He just simply bought. And then, he also didn't realize all this. So end up, he pay a lot of penalty, income tax come and audit him, investigate him, all semua kena. Boss accounts people are major expense. So now, my boss, advice to boss. So how? Boss will think, Shin, I have to focus on sales. Sales it's going to be a challenging year. I cannot be doing e-invoice myself. I cannot learn invoice myself. So how? So boss, you need to invest in your accounting team. Do you all agree? Why I say that? Because boss, I want to tell you, your accounting team, they are accounting expert. But a lot of times, boss don't realize they need to have tax expertise. What we are talking about here, e-invoice is what? It is tax expertise. And we're talking about you don't want to get audited, you don't want to get investigated, you want to make sure that tax is okay. It is what? Tax expertise. Tax expertise and accounting expertise, it is dual, separate expertise. Do you agree? Yes? So boss, I must remind you. So you need your accounts department to defend for you. It's not a cost center, it's for defense. Okay? Is to defend your company, to make sure you comply, the money you come in don't flow out. You must invest in your accounting team. Agree? Okay, this is my small advice to bosses. Boleh tak? Accept or not? If accept, give me accept. Right? This is for your, I say it from the bottom of my heart. Because I really want to make sure you all work so hard to get all the money in, you must make sure you also protect, okay? Protect. Okay, accept, ah? Now, I want to talk to accountants. Okay, accountants, you're here? Can I give you small advice? If yes, give me yes. Small advice, small one only. Can? Yes. Okay, now, accountants, we don't need to retire early. Don't need. Because a lot of people tell me, oh, invoice, I takut, I want to retire, don't learn. Don't need. Jangan. Don't retire early. What must you do? Upgrade yourself. Okay, this is invest. Boss want to invest in you, then you must accept the challenge to upgrade yourself. Agree or not? Those agree, please give me upgrade. Okay, now, yes, you must upgrade yourself. Accept, but afraid very expensive for our small company. I know what you're talking about. Upgrade yourself so that you can help boss to defend. You are too old, no lah. Never too old. Don't say that. All right. There are people 90 over still active. So don't say that. You must upgrade and then what? Upgrade, then help boss to defend. Make sure the money come in, the pay don't flow out. And you can do it. You must work closely with boss. In fact, it must be like BFF. Can everyone give, you know what's BFF or not? You all know lah, young generation. 70, 80 also young generation to me. BFF is like best friends. Yes, you and your boss must be like best friends. Boss must treat accounts well, invest in them. And then accounts must also sayang boss to save tax. Okay? Yeah, don't start business if afraid of compliance expenses. Correct. I like that. Correct. Yes, AI World Invoice must upgrade AD. I love this bunch. You guys are fantastic. You are really, you have that change mindset within you. All right? So no need to close business. No need to do that. We all must do one thing. We all must only pay what we owe. Income tax. I'm talking about income tax. Not a cent more. All right? So you must pay just the right amount of tax. Don't pay more. You pay more, what will happen? Nobody will thank you, right? No government will give you a letter say, wah, banyak terima kasih because you pay 1 cent more or 100,000, 200,000, 500,000 more. Will anybody thank you? Don't do that. Or you don't want to pay less. You want to pay less, what happen? You pay less now, also kena. Yes, you must be kiasu to save tax. I think the word I want to use is kiasu, to only pay what you owe. So therefore, like I said just now, in business, when you do business, you must have business strategy, right? But when you do tax, you must also have tax strategy. Do you agree? If you agree, give me TS. TS stands for tax strategy. You know what is the best tax strategy? Of course, I give you half the answer already just now. Boss must work with finance. Finance cannot do it alone. They need your decision. Boss cannot do it alone. You need finance to execute. Correct or not? Yes, you need tax strategy. But you need one more thing. In this golden triangle, you need boss, you need finance, you need one weapon. This weapon very important. This weapon is called YYC tax pot. Can everyone give me tax pot? Yes, I'll talk about what tax pot is, how it can help you. I will talk all about that, but first give me that. This is the must know secret number 3, how tax pot can help you stay on top of your concerns. Now, why we want to help you? Why YYC want to help you? You know, 10 years ago, we helped so many companies get ready for GST. So many. I want to ask, which one you think is more complicated? 1 for GST, 2 for e-invoice, 3 for both. 1 for GST, 2 for e-invoice, 3 for both. Which one more complicated? Some people give me 3, some people give me 2, both. Okay, yes, if you ask me, both complicated. You know why? GST is input, output, have to pay the tax in the end, right? Now, e-invoice is transaction by transaction. Every transaction you must go through my invoice portal. So you cannot make mistake by transaction. So both also is complicated, okay, if you ask me. So far, that's why we have so many sharing sessions with you. You all learned a lot today, didn't you? Yes? I want to recap first before I go to the next thing. Did you all learn a lot today? If yes, give me a yes. Now, 3 things I share with you. First one, e-invoice is a game changer. What is it? Who is affected? How to implement? Then secret number 2, you know it, what it impacts your tax. And then number 3, I'm going to share with you how TaxPort can help you. Now, yes, a high level, yes, because this one is just the tip of the iceberg. I just shared with you high level. There is a lot more details. You know why? Because Malaysia, the income tax department, they have so many small details. That's why it's complicated. Now, question mark. What is other people doing to get ready for e-invoice? What are they doing? Okay, now, you know phase 1 customers? They got money, How they get ready? They engage consultant, correct? Wow, the big 4 lah. YYC also, we consult them, we hand holding for them. But do you know how much all these project costs? E-invoice implementation project. You know how much it costs? At least 6 digit. Can everyone give me 6 digit? Yes, very expensive because they will send consultants and then hand hold, tell them system need to do what, teach the people what to do, training, all this and that. Impact study, 6 digit. Yes, that is how much it costs. But the big company can afford, How about phase 2, phase 3 people? How about SME? Can SME afford 6 digit? Can you see why I'm so worried about everyone now? That's why we have so many free webinars to make sure you are all aware. I can give you the high level. But what I share with you is just the tip of the iceberg. What's more important is we want to help you get ready because I tell you, this is your finance team problem. So many updates, how to stay relevant. So many updates, even after implementation, sure a lot of update one. Where to get the most accurate information. That's why you come for my class today, right? So many, and it's so expensive to get consultants' advice, isn't it? So how? Now, that's why we created TaxPort. It's everything you need to be successful, to save tax, to get ready for e-invoice, to increase your profit. Is this what you want? Now, can I spend a little bit of time to share with you how TaxPort can help your company? Don't need 6 digit, very affordable, can get ready for e-invoice. Okay? If yes, give me okay. Can I? Because it's not just about e-invoice, it's more than that. Inside, we have how to make sure you have tax, you get your tax concerns ready. Yeah, stay with TaxPort, okay? Yes, so that you only pay what you owe. Thank you. Yes, must have your permission first. So I want to share with you, with TaxPort, you will be able to save money. You do not need to pay unnecessary tax or penalty because it's not just e-invoice like I said just now. It's also tax. E-invoice implementation is to make sure government can collect more tax. So you need a weapon to protect yourself against all these penalty if they do come and audit you, correct or not? So you need to train all your people to be tax savvy and you avoid sleepless night. Okay, Now, what is inside? Let me share with you. Inside, we have a very important thing called masterclass. Can everyone give me masterclass? What is that? Masterclass, yes. They are short, bite-sized videos. 3 minutes, 5 minutes, everything to help you save tax. You know YYC? We've been doing tax for 50 years. Every time we advise our customers, and then they pay us tax advisory fees. But we thought, hey, how about more people? We want to help not just the people, the big companies that can give us all the advisory fees. We got so much knowledge. We want to share with all the SMEs. So we downloaded all our knowledge and put into masterclass video. You know how many videos we have now? 600, more than 600 masterclass video in income tax, SST, form filing. It's like, and everything is in this app. Yes, this app you can access on your computer and you can access on your phone. So it's like having a tax guru walking with you in your pocket. Okay, e-invoicing also got for masterclass. Yes, got. Adanya too. Yeah. Now on this, sure you'll be asking me, Shin, wow, sounds good, man. How much does it cost? Right? How much I need to invest in this? Now, I want to share with you today, because you guys are fantastic, I have prepared a bonus, irresistible offer just for you all. You all want? If you want, give me bonus, can I? Can? Yes, because you guys are fantastic. So I've prepared something very irresistible to help you all, because something value for money is to make sure you get ready for e-invoice, you got weapon, protect yourself, semua dalam, and affordable. Okay, bonus. Okay, good. Special offer today. But before I go to bonus, I must tell you what's inside, right? Masterclass is just one of it. And do you know how much it's worth? I show you value only. I tell you I'm not going to charge you this much. But the masterclass itself is worth 10,888. And we are the only tax company that share all these secrets with you all. I tell you, other people don't share. We got so many how to save tax legally. All these secret inside is worth 10,888. And that's not all. Yes, Hong Yu, I know your question coming already. You know what? You can come and ask questions. We have live revision class. Yes, you got master class already. Yes, it's updated all the time. So the live revision class is like tuition. Can everyone give me tuition? So you learn all the master class. Got so many questions. Our revision class is like tuition. You come, you ask questions. We are all ready to answer. This one is webinar, live webinar, Zoom session. Yes. This thing, and we don't stop there, because there's so many updates, like you said. Malaysia have 228 updates a year. HRDC claimable, yes. Can everyone give me 228? Yes, minimum wage, foreign, EPF, all updated. Yes, in 2023, crazy. The Income Tax Department and the Federal Gazette and SST announced 228 updates. I tell you, how do you stay on top of it? Even your tax agent, I'm sure your tax agent is very good, but how can they update you with 228 updates? So we have a thing called update class. Can everyone give me update class? This one is most popular. Every month, all the boss will try to come. Boss wife will also try to webinar update. Can everyone give me update class? Yes, thank you. And then all the accounts, everyone sit together, watch. Must watch. Why? Because all the updates are there. Our TaxPort subscriber, our fans, including Miss Emma, Miss Jane, English and Chinese, Hong Yu, English and Chinese can claim HRDC. So they come and attend every month. They say update class is so useful. Got example case study and then they introduce TaxPort to all their colleagues. And then not only that, because you come to the update class, you save a lot of penalties. You know why? Because you may be doing it right, but suddenly change the law. This happens very often, right? You were doing right, then change the law, doing wrong. So update class help you reduce penalties by 10,000, 50,000, 100,000. Don't you think so? So we have monthly update class, very popular. This revision class, tuition is worth 2,000 plus, and then the live update class is worth 10,000. So total value is now 23,800. Of course, we're not going to ask for this from y'all. We want to give something very affordable. Did it include payroll information as well? Yes, we do. We have. All right, and then we have 6 popular tax webinars because you want to master, bosses want to make sure their team master the tax, right? So what is mastering tax? You must know company tax savings. You must know tax audit and investigation, how to handle. You don't know when you come, right? And then tax for property owners. This one, boss, you can ask your team to learn for you because you show a lot of property one. Then withholding tax. This one, withholding tax, a lot of people don't get it. There's so many things that we have, like Facebook got withholding tax. You can learn here. Transfer pricing is another one. 2023 onwards, transfer pricing is compulsory, must be dated for intercompany transactions. Yes. And we have all these, including budget, all included inside in our TaxPort. So our clients are including Vessel Tech Engineering. They say they participated in our transfer pricing. Finally, they understood the whole concept and get the tax solution that they've been wanting. So this hot trending webinar, you don't need to attend here, attend that, is all in. All right. And all in is for this itself is worth 4,656. Can claim company expenses? Can. All right. Now, of course, because we know you want to learn about e-invoice, we have prepared 5 modules inside. Can everyone give me 5 modules? Yes, what is this? What is these 5 modules? We help many clients doing phase 1 implementation. Or a lot of our clients, we help them, we charge them 6-digit, right? But we know SMEs, they need it. So we put everything that we help them, we put into module 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because if you need to do e-invoice, it's not just 2.5 hours. You have to start getting ready now. We cannot wait until then only do, right? Including how to use My Invoice Portal. Yes, that's right. It's inside. So module 1 is fundamental. This one, who should come? Tell me, who should come for fundamental? Not just accounts, who should come? All short one, 2 hours like that. Who should come? Boss must come or not? Yes, lah, quick one lah. The people, everyone can come. Yes, it's online. You buy one login, we can all come. Module 1. Module 2, the workflow. Module 3, readiness. Yes, all. Okay? I tell you, I don't mind. You all on the whole TV, everyone, whole company watch together. Get everyone ready lah. Module 4, invoice scenarios and types. Got so many scenarios. Just now you asked me, not all I can reply on the spot. Got so many, but we will all have all the answers for you. And then module 5, implementing invoice in your business. And then how to use my invoice portal, because phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, the first 6 months you must use my invoice portal, isn't it? And then you must do consolidated, and then we have practical FAQ, just all these for e-invoice. This e-invoice mastery course itself is worth 2,500 and we don't separately sell it. So total value 35,284. I promise you all a special offer, right? I promise you all irresistible special offer, isn't it? So tell you all, 35,284 all in, you can get just for 2,888 per year. It's a yearly subscription. So don't miss out on this. All this, can you imagine? You can get for 2,888. All you need to do is quickly do it now. Open your phone, scan QR code, make payment. That's all. You sign up today, I promise you, you will get ready for e-invoice, and you can get Taxport Masterclass lah, revision lah, and you can get e-invoicing. Normally we charge people how much? 6 digit, all in our expertise, 50 years. All you need to do is 2,888 for a yearly subscription. Some more, you can claim HRDC. Now, because this limited offer is only before I finish, so I want to ask for timer now. It's only before I finish. After I finish, how long more? I have 30 minutes. After I finish, sorry, no more. One account can access by different people. Yes, we don't mind. You share username, password. I don't mind, because my whole thing is I want to make sure at least you all get one subscription, then the whole company can get ready. I already signed up, I need to renew next year. Yes, please, please, please renew, because some more, and then I tell you, first 20, please, like I said, those who sign up fast sure get something one. So don't wait already. First 20 will get a special bonus from me. What is it? It's already so affordable, so value for money, 2,888, you can learn all this about e-invoice, about tax. But first 20 who sign up, I want to give you something called Ask an Expert. What is that? If you are the first 20 to sign up, you can have access to our Ask an Expert. You see, in tax, there are a lot of questions you cannot ask in webinar, in group setting, because a lot of tax things is P&C. Am I right? And then a lot of tax things, I sign up and pay now. Okay, Hong Yu, very good. A lot of tax things not only is P&C, is case by case, isn't it? So you can get our Ask an Expert. Yes, it's until next year. Correct, correct. You can get our Ask an Expert that is worth $1,000. The Ask an Expert is 60 minutes. You can get for $1,000. No extra charges. It's worth $1,000, but all in is just 2,888. Wow, this one special offer, isn't it? So today only offer. You can get masterclass, let all your team to be expert in tax. Then only your team can help you save tax. So bosses, this is such a good offer. Just for 2,888, you get e-invoice mastery lah. And then not only that, you can get Ask an Expert. And especially what I find is nowadays, so many things you cannot just ask your tax agent. You need second opinion, don't you think so? For Soprop and Sindram Berhad as well. Yes, yes, go ahead. For both, you see, your tax agent give you advice. But doing business, you cannot just rely on one advice. A lot of times you need second opinion, don't you think so? Those who agree with me, give me second. Definitely you need second opinion. You go doctor also, you don't just ask one person, you ask a few doctors. One doctor say, this one can surgery settle. This doctor say, no, cannot simply. So you need second opinion, isn't it? So how do you get second opinion? You can use our tax port, all inside, including Ask an Expert. Today, first 20 to sign up, only 20, no more than that. You know why? Listen carefully, you like Hong Yu sign up now can get, okay? If past 20 already cannot get Ask an Expert included inside, you know why? Because our Ask an Expert, behind it is a team of experts. Our tax team They are the ones supporting this. So we have limited resources. We can only support so many. That's why I can only open 20 seats. So if you sign up today, not only you learn e-invoice, you learn tax, you can do all that, you can also get us an expert. I cannot do more than that. Okay, it's not I don't want to, because it's limited resources. Okay, so that's why I say those who take action fast, first 20 can get this. And because year end, I want can someone help me? Okay, you can scan QR code and make payments, or you can you can also bank in. Okay, it is HRDF claimable. Different people can access same time. I think cannot, but you can have one phone login and one phone computer login at the same time. That means we are actually giving you two login. One is a phone login, one is a computer login. Okay, and it is HRDC claimable. Can I sign up tonight because I need my son to help me? Tom, you're so cute. Maybe you can. You can. What I suggest, I cannot, because it must be fair to everyone, right? First 20 to sign up, must be fair to everyone. If you can, try to do it now. If you need me to book it, I see whether I cannot, but you try. And because it's year end, first 20 bonus, not only get us an expert, because it's year end, I give you two more things. You want or not? Okay, the first one is e-invoice essentials. It is a comprehensive guide. Today you make payment, before I finish, the first 20 to sign up, I give you this comprehensive guide. Yes, it is. You straight away, we will send it to you, And then not only that, you get a calendar. This is not normal calendar. This calendar you cannot get anywhere. This comprehensive guide you also cannot get anywhere. The calendar, it is a tax calendar, because we have so many tax deadlines, isn't it? It's very hard to keep track. So we have put everything together in a tax calendar. You sign up today, you can straight away get all this. Plus, not only you get the masterclass 1 year access, some more is HRDC claimable, and then you get us an expert, and then you get e-invoice essential, and then not only that, you get this YYC calendar. How la, boss overseas I subscribed 2 months ago, get nothing now. Till if you need then you see taxes, see whether we can get for you or not. Okay, so yeah, because the e-invoice essential is worth 199. The tax calendar is worth 99 leh. Okay, you're welcome. I do my best. I don't promise. Don't scold us. We cannot. Because our team sometimes I just remind them. See whether can or not. Okay. So those of you who really cannot, those bosses, please make this decision now. Okay. You see, so many people like Brian want to get boss also difficult. Okay. So I first cover the first 20. The total bonus itself is worth 298. My question to you, if all this is to let you get ready for e-invoice, would it be worth 2,888? Yes, definitely. Help you save thousands of dollars in tax, would it be worth 2,888? Yes, definitely. Give you the ability to make more profit, would it be worth it? Definitely, right? Okay, YN Yong also, Wong, please, you can text our people. We see whether we can do for you or not. Okay, yes, this is definitely very value for money. It is to help you to get ready for invoice, to save thousands of dollars in tax. Bosses, when you save tax, what happens? You get to take home more profit, isn't it? That's right. So I see there are already many TaxPod subscribers here, right? You love it, don't you? Now, those of you who haven't signed up TaxPod yet, you need to take action now, because today we only have 20 that has this special bonus. You see, this special bonus is just for you. It's a year-end bonus for you guys, right? So why you need to sign up for TaxPod now? This is for boss. Just now I say I give you all some advice already, right? Now, first thing, your company keep growing. Your revenue keep increasing. But you are paying more and more tax. Am I right? Why? Actually, a lot of times, a lot of bosses don't know. You can save tax legally if you get your documentation right. Am I right? You need some planning. Those who agree, give me planning. Actually, save tax is everyone's responsibility. Tax planning, agree, give me in the chat box, thank you. Cannot do last minute one. Tax planning must do before, right? E-invoice, you also cannot last minute. You must be able to get the documents first. Oh, I tell you, Justine tell me, already 11 sold. Wow, you guys very fast today. Take action, these sort of bosses. So there's only 9 seats left, okay? So there's only 9 seats left that can get the special bonus, the calendar, the 60 minutes Ask an Expert that is worth $1,000. We don't charge you extra, it's all inside. You see, I'm so worried because I know a lot of bosses are like this. Don't care about tax until what? Time for submission. Close your accounts last minute and then only worry about tax when you're selected for tax audit. I want to ask you, with the implementation of Invoice, can this still be done? Sure cannot and sure die one. You know why? Because income tax already have all your real-time information. That's why you need to start planning, and tax is one of the biggest expenses in your business. So question mark to bosses, is it worth the time to invest in it, to let your people to master it? Existing user can get comprehensive invoice guidelines. Yes, existing users, please text me separately if we see what we can do for you. I cannot guarantee, but I try my best. Okay, Ananti? All right, I love that, all of you. See, I have so many TaxPod subscribers with us already. Now, who should be subscribing for TaxPod? One, boss. You subscribe and then you let your team watch. You let your team master e-invoice, master tax. Second, your accounts team here. Many accountants here, right? I told you, right? E-invoice, accountants all know one. E-invoice is a separate expertise. Tax is a separate expertise. So you should subscribe for TaxPod. And anyone struggling with tax problems should subscribe for TaxPod. And today is the best time. When now is the best time. Why I say that? Because just for 2,888, you can get all this. And all this is to improve your tax knowledge, is to allow your team to be a master in tax. Why do you need to be a master in tax? You become a master in tax, then you can help your company save tax, right? If income tax comes, you do not need to worry, correct or not? You have a weapon for defense. And when e-invoice comes, you also don't need to worry. Why? You are already ready. E-invoice, you cannot learn just overnight. Yes, you want to be master in something, you must take time to study. So you invest now. When is the best time? Now. Now already invest, then you can start gathering your team. Hey, let's start doing this, man. Don't wait until next year. Next year, I tell you, got no time. Why? Wow, because got all the Chinese New Year lah, Hari Raya lah. You where got time? Correct or not? And then the income tax department every time changes. Even after the implementation, there will be changes. That's why this is the best platform to stay updated. Don't waste your finance team time to go to this webinar, that webinar, and then learn. All you need is one platform, and you don't need to verify the information. The information is from a company like us that has been around for 50 years. We deliver you the latest information. We want to make sure you get it all right. So these are all our TaxPod subscribers. They said already learn a lot of tax planning, tax saving, avoid tax landmine, and can learn a lot of other tax knowledge. TaxPod team so efficient to put tax matters for us to follow. Thank you. Nancy is another one of our subscribers. Am I right? Yes, we're doing our best. We want to make sure you get the latest so that you can apply to your business, so you can save tax, so you can avoid penalties. This is our number one responsibility. Now, your question will be, I already have tax agent. Do I need TaxPod? Anyone with this? You already have tax agent, right? Do you still need TaxPod? What's the answer? Yes. Why I say that? Need, Why I say that? Because e-invoice is transaction by transaction. Yes, YY also said need. Okay, you see? 14 so, only 6 seats remaining. So, must take action fast. Only 6 seats remaining. If you buy after today, after this session, there's no more all these free things that I'm going to give you all. So that's why today is the best value for money. And I tell you, your team need to start learning, getting serious about e-invoice now. You cannot wait because e-invoice is transaction by transaction. It could be more complicated than GST, correct? You cannot, sometimes you don't know what to ask your tax agent. So for bosses, you need to make a decision now. Sometimes you don't know whether your team is aware this is wrong. Wrong got penalty. Sometimes you're not sure your team, whether they are ready for e-invoice. It's not that they are no good, but they don't know what they don't know. So by subscribing to TaxPod, a lot of our clients make sure their team learn together. Start relationship with YYC. Yes, that's right. Like it, You know, I have many clients. Our clients are all size, all industries. One of our clients, they share with us, They said they want their finance team to learn all about tax. So they will watch every week together. Every week they choose one masterclass, they learn together, they discuss. That is how they use TaxPod. Okay, you deserve it. Thank you. So you have access to second opinion. You want to make sure the advice that your tax agent give you is correct. You have second opinion. Okay, because nowadays, if anything happen, end up you are the one who needs to pay the penalty. And then, like you said, Hong Yao, start relationship with YYC. Just like with banks now, we have the whole ecosystem. The best time to start relationship with us. Now, subscribe earlier on our worthwhile. Thank you, Harold. My company income only from rental, no other contract or activities. Do I need this? Yes, definitely, because any income will be subject to tax. I would suggest you go ahead and subscribe for TaxPod. You see, I find that a lot of companies, because they do not know tax, they do not master tax, end up they pay more tax than necessary. I show you here. There are two companies, A and B. These two companies both profit 1 million, but company B is paying 350,000 in tax, and company A is only paying 240,000. Why is company B paying 110,000 more? This 110,000 is directly impact the profit that the company boss can take home, isn't it? Who wants to pay more tax? But this is real case. This company B boss came and attend a class, then they realized, oh my goodness, I've been paying so much more tax. Okay, boss worked so hard, team worked so hard, end up they get so less. Is it worth it? Why is that the case? Okay, and then this other boss came and attended, they were shocked. They didn't realize they've been paying 37.9% tax. Anyone in this case? Anyone? Are you tax efficient? Okay, now Justin tell me, already 16, so only 4 left. Only 4 seats left, okay? Only 4 seats left, quickly make this decision now, okay? Now, why is this the case? You'll be thinking, hey, I thought company tax is only 24% the most. Why is this company 37.9%? Why? You see here, the profit before tax is 325,000, but the tax payable is 123,000. This is very, very bad. Is this happening in your company? Have you calculated what is the real tax you are paying? Is it just 24%, or are you like this company paying more than that? Anyone in this case? This is really bad, okay? So when this boss immediately he signed up a TaxPod. Immediately. You know what happened? He realized every year 243,000 he missed out on tax deduction. So boss, if you suspect also this is your case, quickly scan QR code, make payment now. When now is the best time, isn't it? Now, actually, tax planning should be done in this case. There are many things they couldn't deduct. Add back. Can everyone give me add back? Ayo, I tell you, you spend so much money, but add back means you pay additional tax. And I'm so worried with e-invoice, you all will pay even more, because if you don't learn, your whole team, is not just you, your whole team needs to know all about what need e-invoice, what no need, what document you need. Documentation is most important, right? I share with you 2 simple cases. First one, sponsorship. Question to you all. Every year you sponsor a lot of money, right, to your customers. Customer asks you to sponsor, you cannot say no, isn't it? So what do? Sponsor, lo? Put in money, lo? And then ends up what happens? Wow, this company sponsor this client yearly annual dinner. Now is the time, right? Every time this year, very busy one. My customer asks you to sponsor, you cannot say I don't want. People say you're stingy, isn't it? So end up, you have to sponsor. But if you don't know how to do tax planning, you just sponsor 13,000 in this case. Income tax say no benefit in return. Add back. Add back means what? You incur this expense, but you cannot claim tax. Do you end up paying more tax? Definitely, right? Okay, next case. This company, flight ticket for company trip overseas, or they didn't realize that. If it is company trip overseas, the flight ticket cannot reduce as expense. Over here, 35,000. Can you imagine? 35,000 must pay tax because it is considered a prohibited expense. And then not only that, interest restriction. Wow, this one I think is the most painful. You know why? Let's say you have bank borrowings. You have to pay interest, correct? Imagine you pay interest and then you didn't fully can claim a deduction. You know why? Because a lot of times you have intercompany transactions. Let's say you already pay interest and then you borrow money to your related company and it's non-trade in nature. And then end up what? This company, interest restriction, 95,000. Isn't this a lot of money? Means they cannot claim a deduction. So this boss, he said, wow, luckily I signed up today. But you know what? How much extra tax he paid to government? He said every year he paid 58,000 extra tax. 10 years he's been doing it. Means what? He's been paying 580,000 to the government extra tax. I tell you, this extra tax costs what? If he say I can buy one Mercedes-Benz already, means he has actually given FOC to government equivalent to one Mercedes-Benz. Now, I'm so worried, like I said, if you do not master your tax, you do not master e-invoice, this is all the latest changes, it can possibly happen to your company. Am I right? Or you may be already doing it. Don't do that, okay? You just need to invest 2,888 in tax pot and then you can save 58,000 per year. Isn't this value for money? I tell you, it is the best investment you make, boss, for your staff. Don't you think so? It is the best investment in your team. You know why? Because once your team is mastering the e-invoice, master tax, then these sort of things will not happen, isn't it? Wow, this boss say so heartache, you know. Sure heartache, right? Pay so much extra to government. Okay. Now I see already 20 sold. Okay, now already 20 sold. Means congratulations for those 20 who sign up for tax pot. Congratulations, you will not only get, oh, you just paid. Okay. Just paid. Okay. Counted in. All right. Now for those already who sign up, because congratulations, you will start your journey with tax pot. Not only that, you can save tax, you can save penalty, you can also get all these things like all the bonuses. Ask an expert. Congratulations. Now, my question to all of you is, did anyone, because so pay attention to me, listen to me the whole time, couldn't make payment on time? Anyone? Anyone still want extended bonus? Anyone? Okay? If one, in the chat box, give me bonus. Because I tell you, today I see you all really doing your best. And I see also a lot of people, they really pay attention to me. They were thinking they will need to ask permission. So anyone need extra time? Okay, I tell you what, I cannot do a lot, all right? I can only do 10 more. Can? Okay, the ask an expert, that one is the best one, right? The ask an expert normally is worth $1,000. You see, LC Long need extra time. I know, I understand. So I tell you what, I told you, okay. Okay, need to check with boss, Okay, I tell you what, those of you who need extra time, okay, I tell you what, I give 10 more only. 10 more additional bonus, 10 more only, okay? And those who need to ask boss, okay, I kasihan also, I understand you need to ask boss for permission. If you need to ask boss for permission, so listen carefully, only got 10 more extra seats for those who make decision now. So boss, if you're here now, make decision now. Finance, if you can make decision for boss, make it now. But for those who really cannot, I kasihan. So I tell you what, you can separately book seat with me, okay? You can book seat with us. I try my best. I don't promise, I try my best. So how to book seat? You can text Sam at YYC. Okay, there's a chat box there. You can text Sam at YYC. I try my best to book seat for you. Okay? Can? Don't PM here. You PM Sam at YYC. We do our best for you. Okay? Now, because I know a lot of people, I say, my boss overseas. Now I know boss all traveling now. Okay, now, so therefore, I want to remind everyone again, this one you have to show boss, right? If you sign up today, 2,888, you only got 10 seats left, no more than that. You want to book seat, we just send out in the chat box. You can click there on the form at YYC. We do for you. We try our best to reserve for you. Don't guarantee. So those of you who sign up today, I now got 30. All in today, I can only do 30 because we only have limited resources. We want to make sure you ask an expert, you ask questions, we will give you a comprehensive answer. It's all done written. Can you imagine? All your tax questions are, you can ask us there for 60 minutes. And today's things are all HRDC claimable. You already spent the money in HRDC, you already pay to HRDC. So what happens is, you make payment now. After that, we can claim back all from HRDC. So please, you must go and tell boss that. Okay, actually your boss is not spending more. Your money is all in HRDC already. Okay, ask Sam at YYC. Yeah, you can text us at Sam at YYC. Okay, now, a lot of times, a lot of people don't realize why is it so important to save tax. Wow, already 25, so fast. Okay. Will you guys teach us how to claim from HRDC? We will help you to claim back from HRDC. Already 25, so only 5 seats left. Listen carefully, only 5 seats left. You want to book seat? Please text Sam at YYC. Okay, we already have the text here. Okay, you can click the below link. You see or not? The below link, forms, office. Can you see now? That one. Click on that. Now, okay. Why I'm so concerned about tax, why all bosses must make sure your team master tax, is because tax actually impact your cash flow. You agree? The money in Malaysia, when the tax system is, you pay as you earn. Not like in Singapore. Singapore, you pay 1 year later. So if you do not master your tax, end up you will pay more. It will impact your cash flow. And we know, doing business, cash is king. Do you agree? Those of you who agree, give me in the chat box, king or queen. Either one also can. Cash is king. Cash is queen. So we all must master our cash flow, our tax, right? You know why? Because I've seen cases, recently, 2-3 cases, boss come to complain to me, but complain also no use already. You know why? I said, my people don't know how to do tax estimation. I thought they know, but they didn't know, because tax is separate expertise. You know, end up what? I got one case, they got 100,000 stuck in government. They overpaid the tax. Want to wait for refund? Wait for a long time. Wait for how long? Refund. You don't dare to chase government, right? You can chase your debtor, you can chase government or not. You overpaid 100,000. One more, paid 1 million extra. Another one case, paid 10 million extra. Their cash flow is stuck where? Government, income tax, 10 million. I tell you, that case, the company is so stressed. If you end up, you call, also cannot get the money, right? So all of us, we must master how to do tax estimation. Very, very important. Now, like I said, in Malaysia, you don't know how much you make this year, but you have to start paying tax first. Maybe this year you are doing worse than last year, correct or not? You won't know. Imagine you pay already, money stuck at government. If this year you are doing better than last year, actually that's good. So that's why I want to teach you how to do the CP204. We have one masterclass and also one special webinar just to teach you how to do estimation. Our TaxPort subscribers, they love it. Why they love it? Because they straight away impact their pocket, they stop payment. Because it's not worthwhile paying all the money and then you cannot get the refund, right? So in this case, a lot of people don't know. Before the first estimation, you can actually estimate 85% of last year. And then in the 6 months, you can revise it down to 0 also. And then in the 9 months, you can revise up. Now you got some more 11 months to revise up. Okay? 28, so only 2 seats left. Only 2 seats left. Okay? Listen carefully. Only 2 seats left. Now, after they attended this masterclass and our webinar, in the first 4 months, they save 4,375 per month. And then in the 5th month to the 8th month, they save 29,000 per month cash flow. Cash flow, you know. In the 9 until the 12 months, they pay back 2,735. They save 123,000 per year cash flow. I want to ask you, you guys are very smart to count, right? Maths very good. What's the return on investment for TaxPort subscription? 2,888, you can save 123,000 cash flow. It's the best investment you made, isn't it? Right? That's right. So that's why we are here today. We want to make sure you can use mobile app. You can also use TaxPort app. You already contributed to HRDC. Why not you put this money for TaxPort? Invest in your team. If you're accountants, you can get MIA points, ACCA points, CPA Australia. All these are CPE points that you can claim. You do not need to spend and go for other classes. It is all included in our TaxPort. Now, don't just listen to me. Let's listen to our TaxPort subscribers.
My name is Hubert from Medex Berhad, a medical device distribution company.
My name is Ang here, so I'm from Synergy Chemical. I was the founder of this company.
My name is Serena. I'm a freelance accountant.
My name is Yap Chi Sing. I'm the Executive Director for Star Rolling Shutters. We are one of the pioneer leading roller shutter manufacturer in Malaysia since 1978.
Because we are SME company, so there are a lot of knowledge or questions always in our mind that we couldn't get people to answer us. So I think by subscribing to this TaxPort, we can get some idea on how to solve the problems, and whatever question there will be an answer.
I think TaxPort is worth the money. I can assure you, you will get a multifold returns if you use the TaxPort effectively.
There are a lot of resources in there, a lot of tax resources in there, tax information, tax knowledges. So that's where I get my resources from. Before I can do consultation with my clients, I always refer to TaxPort.
I think there's a very good old saying in our life. There's only two things that you can escape in life. One is death, the second one is tax. So that it always come to our realization in the past as a family business for 40 years. Tax is one of the very important aspect to manage in our business. The TaxPort from YYC that provide us a various topic and in-depth knowledge in terms of assisting us to manage our tax.
I think the content, because I'm now already a subscriber, the content is quite comprehensive, simple, concise, and it can be used to be shared with my finance team.
And it's very extensive. It covers almost everything from the tax point of view, from income tax, personal tax, corporate tax, employer's tax, service tax, withholding tax, reinvestment allowance, and all the tax incentives.
I think the TaxPort is useful to me is that whenever I need some tax question, I can go into TaxPort and look for it. And then I feel that, every tax agent or everybody working in the tax department, they should subscribe to it. A lot of information are inside there. And also at the same time is that you get to enjoy the free updates and the free webinars every now and then. I think yes, I think this is a new trend. So far, I think nobody has it yet.
Everything is in there already. You can't get anywhere else. You can get everything in TaxPort already.
So you see, these are all our TaxPort subscribers. They love how we structured TaxPort. We make it easy to understand. So maybe in the past, no accounting firm or no tax firm has ever done this. Put all the 50 years of tax knowledge, how we help companies save tax, even about e-invoice. You won't be able to get all these e-invoice step by step inside to teach you how to do. Okay? I know you're wondering, that's right. You're welcome. If I help you today, then you will learn to do e-invoice and save lots of tax. Buying TaxPort means you'll be free of your worries. You can save tax even better. Everything you know, you may discover you can learn here. E-invoice is easy with TaxPort, and you can't you? Now, you will, but that's neither here nor there. You are here listening to me. Do you want to learn e-invoice or tax first? Can you imagine this? Last week, a business owner signed up TaxPort, and he loved how he could see and hear his team learn and get prepared for e-invoice. It was the most wonderful experience to know his team help him save tax from TaxPort. You are the one who won. Okay, so that's why we are here today. All you need to do now, I think only 2 more or 1 more seats left. Okay, so all you need to do is open your phone and then scan QR code and then make payment. That's all. Okay, and if you really cannot get your boss and you cannot make the decision, if you need to book seat with us, you can click on the link above. Thank you very much. This is my last webinar for the year. Okay, I'm very happy to share so much with you all today. I want to help as much as possible, and I know most of you need more than this, and get ready for invoice. So all the best. Happy New Year and Merry Christmas. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.